Ghost Beast!
Ghost Beast.
Ghost Beast!
A horror podcast. I'm Todd.
I'm Becca.
And we're going to watch every horror movie ever made, including Creepshow 2 from 1987. It's directed by Michael Gornick, who had worked with Stephen King before, it seems, on Tales from the Dark Side, which is those are other anthology stories I think were written by Stephen King. I don't know if I've even seen them. That's something we got to check out.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen that either.
This movie is basically horror royalty, because it is stories that were Stephen King came up with these stories, but George Romero wrote them into a screenplay. And one of these stories in particular, the one in the middle, The Raft, was in Skeleton Crew, which is the same short story collection that had The Mist. It was one of the books that I read a whole lot when I was younger. And then we got fucking Tom Savini, too.
Yeah, I know. Crazy.
We don't need to get into it, but I did read something about a makeup artist feeling like he was snubbed on the set.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he was supposed to play the creep, so he left, and that's why Tom Savini had to step in.
Oh, whoa.
I don't know exactly how bad that got, but it's interesting that, it means in the credits for this movie, you can say Romero, King, and Savini all in the same movie.
What do you mean a special effects artist got snubbed?
There was a guy who was working as the effects lead, I think.
Okay.
And the director went to someone else about an effects issue, and so he felt like, why didn't you go to me? I'm your effects guy. So then he fucking left.
Look, I'm just saying, some male special effects artists,
I know.
they are testy.
So this is anthology horror. It's interesting because I have not seen the first one. I've only seen the second one. You hadn't seen any of these.
No. Mm-mm.
And this was one that, these are the most fascinating movies to me. The ones that we grew up with because they just happened to be on TV. Mm-hmm. I have so many. Ghoulies 2 is another one that I've seen a whole lot. Have you ever seen Ghoulies 2?
I don't think so.
We're I feel like we just missed each other on some of these things.
Yeah, we did.
You were busy watching The Hamiltons. I was watching Ghoulies 2 for the 15th time.
Why are you always marking my horror history with The Hamiltons? It's such a minor movie in my history.
I've known about The Hamiltons since I first met you, I feel like.
Look, I'm not trying to diss The Hamiltons. It's just that is not a cornerstone for me.
You want me to say Halloween instead?
No.
Really?
I mean, yeah, I love Halloween.
I feel like that's another one we first started dating.
Yeah.
No,
that's true. Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to give me that one?
I don't know. It feels very confusing.
How would you define your
Why are we doing
youth?
this right now?
Why not? Because this is one that's it's a big one for me. I think it was really USA and TNT a lot of times that just kept playing these movies. And this was one that I saw it so many times when I was younger. But I don't think I ever really revisited it. And I'm also realizing I was definitely way too young.
Oh, you were... I don't know how young you were exactly, but you were too young.
It was way too young. Because when we were watching it, there were parts that were engraved in my brain.
Rightfully so.
But it was the movie... So let's just say the tone overall is very campy. Mm-hmm. Very, very campy. Yeah. And it's very 80s in all the good and bad ways.
Yeah.
But it means that it uses a lot of mixed media. It really feels like these people are just having a good fucking time putting this together, you know?
Yeah, this movie I can already see. I mean, obviously I didn't see it as a kid, but it has that special 80s nightmare fuel touch to it. It's hard to describe what that is, but if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about.
Look, I love Stephen King. This is a very Stephen King thing. I like that the stories are such wild swings and are so weird. I don't know. It's just funny because, I can see how corny that it also is. Mm-hmm. And not having seen the first one, which seems to be regarded as the good one, and this is the step down, I guess. Mm-hmm. I still just love this.
I
And
think
it's
this
like,
is really good.
I'm glad you like it because
Yeah.
part of it, I can't tell if it's just my nostalgia or if it really is like fun.
I mean, like when the movie starts, you get a huge taste of what the special effects are going to be like.
Yeah.
And I was already like, oh, right, let's go.
It's funny that they have these like animated interstitials between all the shorts, and the style of them is just so fucking crazy.
It's so trippy.
Yeah. But there's the guy, the Creep, who is the one who's telling all the stories. And the fact they actually adapted that into the live action, and that's where Tom Savini is wearing all this fucking makeup. That's crazy because it doesn't look realistic or scary at all. It's so
goofy, but like in the best way.
I think even that when I was a kid, I was like, I don't like this.
Yeah,
I don't like
creepy.
that creep.
Yeah, it's creepy. It was extremely well done. Like the prosthetic is extremely well crafted. So yeah.
But there were so many parts like that are so just funny.
Yeah.
But there's this like memory of fear in the back of my brain. Like and all these parts, it was just like, oh yeah, I remember that giving me nightmares. I remember that scaring the shit out of me. That's the stuff that I like really remembered. And that's why I'm like, I had to have been super young. I had to have been like 5 years old, flipping through channels, you know. But I also only ever saw the TV edit. So I wonder about that too, because there is some content in here that I did not remember at all. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll talk about that a little in the content warning. And I think it's because, I only ever saw it on TV. So this was a little extra wild for me watching it now.
Yeah.
But it was really fun to revisit. I'm glad that you liked it. I think just the 80s energy I would have expected to win you over.
Yeah.
But now I want to see the first one. I want to actually track it down because that one's like not streaming anywhere. It's weird.
That's annoying.
We'll have to figure something out, you know.
Something.
But it's cool, and I genuinely think the middle story, The Raft, which is like a classic, I think that holds up.
Oh yeah.
I think
that
that
was
one's
super cool.
Really cool. We'll talk more about all of that in the spoilers because I want to know which one was your favorite short. I think I have an idea.
Okay.
But if we're going to just do content warning, that's the thing with this being from the 80s is like we're focusing on how silly and fun everything is, but there is like casual sexual assault dropped into the Raft story.
And it has very whimsical music playing over it, so it's very awkward. Like,
it's played as like kind of romantic, you know. I don't know, without like spoiling too much, it did feel like out of place, especially like tonally and everything.
Oh yeah, completely took me out of the story. I was like, what the hell? Like, no.
But it's at least not like, I mean, it's not graphic or anything.
No, it's not.
No. It's just more like the implications are kind of bad.
Yeah.
Outside of that, I mean, this thing is like a live action cartoon. You know what I mean? Like, while there is some stuff that can be kind of upsetting with the effects and everything, it's just a silly fucking Stephen King anthology, you know? I don't know. Is there anything else you could think of?
I don't think so.
But it was really fun to revisit. Glad you liked it.
You did. I want to see the first one.
I think like the last holy grail for me is a movie called Nothing But Trouble.
Okay.
Which is like a comedy horror that I saw a whole lot. And I thought it might have been a dream for most of my life because I could never figure out what this movie was. Part of it is because it's called Nothing But Trouble, which is such a nothing title. I probably skimmed past it and was like, oh, that's not what it is.
Yeah.
We got to find that and watch that one.
Yeah, I have movies like that too, where I can't tell. It's like, was this a dream or like... Because I definitely have some where it was like I saw it and I don't even know the name of it. I don't remember.
I would love to try to find some of those.
Yeah.
That would be fun. But why don't we just get to spoilers?
Okay.
I saw you roll your eyes.
Okay. You roll your eyes all the time.
All right. So we had 3 short stories here. I'm going to guess which one's your favorite.
Okay.
I think it's the first one.
Yeah.
With the chief.
Yeah, I think literally just alone the special effects for the chief it like blew my tits off. I was like, look at that craftsmanship.
It's funny because, since last time I saw it was when I was a kid, of course, watching it on the old CRT in low resolution, there are definitely some things, especially in the third story, that came through differently. But this was one where, like, as soon as you start seeing the chief statue, he's, like, moving his eyebrows and shit. I don't remember any of that from when I saw it, which I think made it scarier.
Yeah.
That he just looks kind of weird, and then when he starts moving, it's, like, upsetting.
Yeah.
But seeing it in high definition now, it was like, I think you even said, like, there's a fucking man in there. Because whenever they show him, he's just moving a little bit. And it's like, what
it was
the fuck?
confusing me because I was like, there's definitely a man in there.
They set it up as just a regular ass statue. So
Yeah.
it is weird how, God, that thing looks creepy though.
Yeah,
It looks so fucking
it's very
creepy.
effective. The special effects, just the way you could see the wood carving and grain on the prosthetic was like, I would really like to see how they did that because it looks great.
It's so fucking cool. And this is a story, like, it's interesting because it deals with all these Native American themes, and this is written by Stephen King, but it feels like everything in this is kind of coming from a good place. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't feel like sure, there's a stereotype of the big chieftain warrior that's the statue, but I feel like it's all treated with respect. And I think that's another thing that I kind of took away from this as a kid. Was like, if there's a big scary monster, just be nice to it. You know, just treat it with respect, and maybe it won't come after you. I remember having plenty of dreams like that, or I should say nightmares. But that's the thing, it's like, it's a cool, just like revenge story basically, but the way that they play it out, where like as he's targeting these guys, it's just the shadow at first. I love that they do that instead of showing it moving around and killing people.
The shadow was super effective.
I think that's part of what made it so fucking scary for me as a kid. Because all the kills, it's almost like off screen, you know?
Yeah, but it still is so impactful because you have that blood splatter up on the shadow, which is so comic book like. It's so cool.
It looks awesome.
Yeah.
And I still think, like, when they finally show him in that, like, final shot, when he's grabbing the guy's hair and getting ready to scalp him, that looks so fucking creepy. I love it.
Just drag racing today.
And that character, I mean, that is the camp of this thing, is that it's a guy who has, like, perfect hair. I think you even called out, like, how pretty his hair is.
I know. I was like, why
right
is his
into
hair so pretty? Like, why?
And right after
What's
that,
happening?
right after that is when it becomes his character trait. Where he's like, are you kidding me? I'm going to go to Hollywood. They're going to look at this hair. I was like, you already won Becca. So maybe he was on to something.
I was just confused. I was like, oh, he's supposed to be this like rough guy, and he has the most like well taken care of hair. Chekhov's scalp, I guess.
I think you're like, I think I know what's going to happen to this hair.
Yeah, I was like, well, I originally was thinking, I guess somebody's going to cut that hair off. I mean, technically they did.
That's what happened.
Yeah. Which was insane. It's an insane scene and image to see.
I think it's funny that, you were saying that, and then at the end, when you see the statue just holding his scalp, you were like, oh shit.
Yeah.
It's like fucking crazy.
I guess I wasn't expecting it to go that far. I was like, okay, whoa. I don't know the message there because
it feels like that is the story though. Like if you summed it up in a sentence, it's about the statue coming to life, getting revenge, and scalping the lead guy.
Yeah.
You know, like that was just intrinsically part of this.
Yeah.
But that is like, it's a really cool, just like succinct, campy, great intro story.
Yeah.
Loved it. It's funny that now it's just like super fun, and I remember, just scaring the living shit out of me when I was younger. But the second one, this was my favorite one. Okay. And I think I set it up with you as like, oh, this is the classic one.
Yeah.
That's the one that like, I think all my friends still remember and talk about.
Oh, yeah?
This one. Yeah. Because it is like still a scary story. It's these kids that go out onto the raft, and then the idea that you're trapped out there freezing while this scary ass thing is in the water, and all the kills in this scene are so crazy.
Yes, they're so crazy.
I think you even mentioned that one shot of the girl like reaching out as she's covered in it. That's like something you've seen online in like memes and stuff.
I feel like I've definitely seen that GIF on Tumblr, like being shared. Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely has like the most gruesome kills. And there's just something about, I mean, it's very like, it's the blob in a lake.
Yeah.
You know, it's just the way that it so quickly just disintegrates people. And it's like this black thing of like pollution and shit. I think that's part of it, is just the way that it's kept so mysterious.
Yeah. I think that was interesting with it being viewed as like pollution, because it made me think of Spirited Away.
Oh yeah.
With the river monster.
That was another thing. In high definition, I could definitely see like all the bits of trash inside of it, so it really drove that home.
Yeah.
Although, yeah, it's like weird because it feels like it's just a big fucking trash bag that they're dragging around,
Yeah.
but it still feels like so menacing and gross.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, because the effect seemed pretty simple, but also like extremely effective somehow.
Yeah.
Like it didn't seem like it was the most like sophisticated, like special, it was a good solution to whatever this was trying to be, because it was creepy.
Yeah. And every time they show the like close-ups, and it's just got all these wrinkles in it and shit, making weird noises.
Yeah.
It is like, it's scary. Like I think it's really scary.
No, I've really liked this one up until the
that was the
sexual
thing,
assault.
is
It just
that
totally threw me off.
It's such a weird angle, especially when you realize like he got her killed.
Yeah. He couldn't control himself, and then he like, I don't know. That
It was weird.
Yeah.
It was. I wonder now, like, seeing it on TV, that had to have been cut down so much.
Oh, probably.
That's probably why I barely even remember this. I think I just remember him laying her down, and then the thing attacked him. So it was a little weird, and did make it feel like, okay, I guess it's nice that he got killed.
Yeah.
Like, you don't really
there's
care
that.
that much.
I mean, because at that point, when he gets off, I was literally like, all right, go ahead. Take him.
Yeah. So that's
Get his
another
ass.
classic shot, is the thing like lurching out of the water
Yeah.
and grabbing him.
Yeah, I like that.
But I also just love the final shot where it says no swimming, like the sign.
That's so cool.
That was like so comic book.
Yeah.
You know?
Definitely.
That was cool. Yeah, it made me think of your phobia comic a little bit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I mean, it's both like blobs, I guess.
Yeah.
But there's something about the
Yeah,
like,
I guess that's true. Yeah.
but it's the way like some of the shots are framed and stuff made me think of your artwork.
Oh, that's a huge compliment. Thank you.
Uh-huh. But then the last one, the hitchhiker, I feel like is the least memorable of the three of these, but
But it's still,
it's still
I mean,
cool.
with me watching this, having the frame of reference that you watched this as a child, I was like,
Okay.
holy shit.
Well, I think like part of it is this one probably had the most stuff cut out.
Yeah,
You know what I
that's true,
mean?
But it's still pretty scary for a kid to watch.
I
don't
get,
know.
but that's the thing. Like I remember very little of this except for the ending part.
But
So it
that
makes
says
me
something.
wonder. It makes me wonder. I think they cut a lot of this
Yeah.
out of the TV one. I don't know. I'm so curious about that stuff
Yeah.
because that really shapes your memories of a
Yeah.
thing. But it's a cool story that I think the other part of this is that watching it as an adult, it's clear how it can be interpreted in like two ways. You know, because the way when you're a kid is just, oh, she hit this
Yeah.
this hitchhiker and his ghost is like chasing her.
Yeah, there's a lot that goes over your head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This story almost felt like a Hitchcock style
Oh,
story.
definitely. I
You know?
can see that.
I think that came through for sure because the way she straight up is monologuing to herself about like, oh, can I live with this? I don't know, can I? And like questioning all
Oh,
this
yeah.
out loud, and then
It's totally like Psycho when she's driving in the car and she's
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
and the way that it frames itself is like, I guess it totally went over my head that at the end she kills herself with the monoxide poisoning. And so it's kept as like, well, maybe she just, all of this was her losing her mind and driving off the road into a tree. And then she kills herself. But the fact that the hitchhiker's sign is in her lap is like
Yeah.
that creepy little detail. Like, ooh, I don't know. I guess she could have just like taken it home with her, you know?
I don't know, but it's interesting.
It's cool. And I think the effects for the hitchhiker, like those, I do not remember that.
Okay.
And they are very fucked up.
They are
As he
very
just
fucked up.
keeps getting battered.
Oh, yeah. It's brutal.
But that line, "Thanks for the ride, lady."
Yeah.
I definitely remember that shit. But I was saying like how at the very end of this one, when there's that final shot where she's like holding the bloody sign, I was watching this on a CRT as a child in low definition. So it looked like this weird like flesh wrap that was like wrapping her up. So as a kid, every time I got to that part, it's like 2 seconds long and I'm just like, oh, what did he do? Didn't realize until now, like, oh, she's just laying there with the sign in her lap.
That's so funny, though. Because, I mean, that also is very terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah. This flesh cocoon.
But it was fun. And even the animated parts, I mean, that ends with the Venus flytraps eating the bullies. And
yeah.
that was also, like, pretty upsetting as a child. But this is just, it's a super fun movie.
Yeah. I really loved it. I think it's really weird that I hadn't seen this movie, honestly.
I'm surprised.
I don't know how. I guess it just didn't.
Were you not watching USA when you were a kid?
I don't know.
Oh,
I guess
really?
not. Like, I don't know.
Well,
I can't remember exactly the channels.
See, I think you had the fancy cable where you could, like, pick from a menu. You know?
I feel like I'm trying to remember, like, when that was. It might have been, like, when I actually was a teenager. That actually was it. Like, you would go select movies to watch, mostly. I mean, you would see stuff on TV. It was something that was still being integrated. It was more like half the time you're watching TV, half the time you're kind of choosing something.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I just remember going between, like, it was like USA, TNT, Sci-Fi Channel.
Yeah, I'd watch.
It's just like whatever the
TNT.
fuck, whatever we're playing, this is what I'm watching. I wonder if there's like a way to look up old TV guides or something.
Probably. I'm sure
That would
someone
be
has
so
an
much
archive
fun.
somewhere.
See, like, what exactly was airing back then?
Yeah.
Because I would love to go back. It's weird, like, yeah, Creepshow 2, Ghoulies 2, always the second one. Maybe, like, the sequels were just, like, much cheaper
Maybe.
for them to syndicate, you know? Anyway, getting off topic. This was a fun one.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have anything else?
No, I think we covered everything. Oh, there was, I did really appreciate how they would line up the frame in the comic to the frame in camera. I thought that was really cool. It's a small detail, but I thought it was cool.
So much cool 80s style in here.
Yeah.
But you can go to ghostbeast.com for all our links. You can also search for Ghost Beast Pod in most places, and you can follow Ghost Beast on Letterboxd, where we rank everything we cover. Think I found a good spot. I put it above Deadstream and below War of the Worlds.
Yeah. Fuck. Yes. I think that works great. My nail hit it.
Oh.
And I could feel it.
Well, that's number 66 on our list. You can contact us podcast at ghostbeast.com. What are your favorite non-VHS anthology horror movies? Follow us on TikTok and YouTube.
Non-BH.
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on outside?
It always sounds like that. At least nobody's mowing their fucking lawn. Bye.
It's like a race car.